I think this is arguably the weirdest thing I've read all week, and I've read some really weird stuff. Chinese school principal mistakes Genshin Impact as Japanese game. In theory, that shouldn't be a big deal, right? A mainland Chinese secondary school principal recently became a laughingstock when he publicly berated a group of students who were performing a dance inspired by one of Genshin Impact's in-game dances, saying that it was promoting Japanese culture, despite the game being developed in China. Said principal stated during a performance rehearsal that the background image and background music are all from Japanese culture. While it is fine for you to enjoy those things privately, you're not allowed to perform these during a school festival, as it went against promoting Chinese cultural and national identity and promoted Japanese culture instead. Yes, the background music in the Chinese game developed by MiHoYo, HoYoverse. That Chinese game with that Chinese character, yeah, that is promoting and appropriating Japanese culture. Before we jump into this video though, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon. You guys allow for me to continue to push out regular videos like this every single day, and I cannot express how much I deeply appreciate your guys' support. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch, where I stream every single weekend, most of the time. Now, I understand Genshin Impact is an anime game, and I'm gonna be honest here, China has taken a lot of inspiration from Japan with regards to their character models. So I can see how one might mistake Chinese gacha games these days for Japanese games. But at the same time, literally every single Chinese game these days looks like an anime game. And there are dozens more Chinese games for every single Japanese game that releases. So theoretically, China is promoting this graphical style even more than Japan is. So much so that it has kind of become synonymous with Chinese video games. The clip of the principal berating the students over Genshin Impact was then posted on the Chinese version of TikTok, Douyin, where it inspired both mockery and discussion, mainly because the principal had failed to recognize one of the country's most popular games, especially in the students' generation. And what's actually funnier about this is the Chinese guy knows what anime is because he knew that anime style graphics like these originate from Japan. So he knows about anime, but he doesn't know about the biggest anime game in the world. What made it doubly more embarrassing was that the same principal had previously invited Japanese financial organizations to take a tour around the school, making the principal look double-faced. Well, this is China after all, that's like par for the course, right? Some translated replies from Chinese netizens regarding the incident. The principal must have beef towards MiHoYo. This is why development space for anime and manga development has been strangled so tightly. That said, you can't deny that Genshin Impact does have Japanese elements, and Japanese people have also been getting to understand our culture as well. In the future, Chinese creations need to be more down-to-earth, more rustic, ugly, to make it more China style. Wait, so these are actual Chinese people online saying we need our characters to be more ugly, like Chinese. I mean, you know, self-reflection and all, right? On the Japanese side of social media, while many people are also pointing out that the dance in question is Indian-inspired, not even Japanese, some people have instead been arguing that Genshin Impact has stolen Japanese culture after all, and that the principal had a point. Visually, it looks and sounds like a Japanese game, so you can't fault the principal for thinking so. And I mean, another instance here, I mean, Inazuma is an area that exists in Genshin, so the issue sparked a debate on what counts as culture of a certain country, as animation and games were also Western imports before they were changed to fit Japanese taste, for example. It seems the answer to this larger question will remain a debate for a while longer. So someone was saying that Inazuma existing in Genshin Impact means that it is Japanese inspired, right? But isn't Liwa inspired by Chinese culture and therefore Chinese? Like, just because they take a theme and implement it doesn't mean that they are appropriating this culture. And people online, man, they're something else. More so, this principal is a fucking idiot. Hey, Stop doing that Indian dance in that Chinese game based off of a Japanese anime aesthetic. Now, if Genshin Impact isn't something you're interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you.